Welcome back again, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in to our channel. And I don't think we ever gave a proper thank you for getting us to the 10K mark on this channel.
Ooh, it's funny you said that because I was just thinking that walking over here.
Yeah.
I was like, we haven't said anything.
Yeah, so thank you all a lot. It means a lot. And
Yes.
we hope you enjoy the videos and us, you know. If you do enjoy us, then I think you'll really enjoy our vlog channel.
Nice segue.
Yeah, because it is personable and we do put a lot of effort into doing the content, and we appreciate it if anyone enjoys it. Actually, it felt good seeing comments on the last one we did where people were saying they really liked the vlog style. There was like
The Portland.
there's like 10 or 11 people who said they really like the style of it, and that's nice. It's
Style.
very, but no, it is because it's like a, you know,
It is. It's been tough trying to figure out our niche.
like the
because
character
I don't feel
of
like
it.
we have a niche. I feel like
you know, we're paving our own path on that, and we're trying to make like a,
trying.
because we see a lot of, and no offense to other couple channels and stuff with like vlogs, but like they're just so cheesy or like cookie cutter.
I mean, as an avid YouTube consumer since I was like 17, 16,
Yeah.
I only watch channels that it's like one person. I've never watched a couples channel because they give off like prank energy.
Either
or
prank or super like, oh my god, honey, yeah, like these.
Or travel. There's some
like
that are
these
strictly
yeah.
travel, which I do. I like some of them.
Yeah, those are cool, but again, they're
But something that was kind of important to me when I've been telling Brian this since day one is I don't want to feel like we're performing for the camera.
Yeah.
And
it's taken me a lot of effort to get to pretty much
Comfortable.
to be comfortable in front of the camera talking, because I always felt, and I think it was like this, like not a defense mechanism, but this thing where it's like I didn't want to just like be myself on camera, so I kept putting on a character.
I think it's natural at first.
This is episode 231. All right, so today we're gonna do a video called "I live on $53 a day in France, relocated." I'm guessing she's an American, so let's see. Renee.
Je m'appelle
Rennes.
Casey. J'habite in Rennes.
Rennes.
J'adore la... Oh, I forget how to say food. My journey to become a travel blogger was born just out of the fact that I love travel. In 2013, that's when I made a decision that I wanted to travel around the world. But that 1 year turned into 2 years, 3 years. It became a full lifestyle. I'm finally a digital nomad. I'm going to own that title now.
My name is Casey Urban. I'm 31 years old. I'm from New Jersey, but I currently live in Rennes, France. And I live on $53 a day here.
Before moving to Rennes, I had no idea where it was. I didn't know anything about it. But if you're curious, Rennes is in Brittany, France, which is a region. It's in the northwest, kind of close to England.
Nice. Oh, nice.
When I was little, I always was that person who excelled at everything that I did. In school,
Humble
I had
brags.
straight A's the entire time. I had leadership positions. So I kind of was always on this mind track that I want to get a really high paying job and kind of follow what my parents did. They worked in New York City, worked on Wall Street, and I had my first internship at 16 at Morgan Stanley. So I just always assumed that I was going to be that Wall Street girl.
Nice.
I feel like there's a huge pipeline between people who work in finance and becoming travel bloggers, whatever.
You think so?
Yeah, I would say the majority of people I've seen become successful nomads once had a career in finance.
Maybe they saved up, or they traveled while they were on the job, and they're like, you know what, this is that's what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly
Most finance jobs pay well above the average
Right.
salary.
And then I think it takes just a few years in finance to realize, what the fuck am I doing? This sucks.
Well, because then you're going to be sitting in that position for the, until you're older. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially women, I noticed too. I don't know if
I think men love it because they feel it gives them a position of power. A lot of times, like, they want to work up and climb the ladder and do all that, and they feel like it's like a.
Yeah, I see it on both sides, but I definitely see it more with women. I feel like it's such a masculine
industry.
Dominated. Well, most industries are male dominated, except for like a select few, like beauty and healthcare, maybe like nursing. I don't know. But
it's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to look more into that.
I made a plan that I would take a 1-year career break. So I saved up money for 2 years. I was saving $1,000 a month with the goal of having $27,000 to travel around the world for 1 year.
Yeah, I feel like it's totally doable to travel around the world with that amount of money.
You have to be very disciplined.
Yeah. I think we could do that.
We could, but then you're going to probably sacrifice certain things, such as doing there's certain excursions that you can't do unless you pay.
I'm totally fine with not doing the excursions.
Yeah, but just like getting by, of course. Yeah, you could.
After 3 or 4 years of constant traveling around the world, I knew I was missing something to work on. Like, I want to use my brain somehow. And that's when I decided to turn my travel blog from a hobby into more of a business. And I made my first investment, which was a $500 blogging course. And then once I finally invested money in myself, that's how I knew I was going to take blogging seriously.
Oh, nice.
The reason I have moved to Rennes, France is because I follow my boyfriend. That's the really nice thing about being a travel blogger. I have the flexibility to just pick up and relocate to a new place. Living in France is cheaper than living in New York City. For me, it's kind of funny because since I've been traveling since 2015, I've really been living on a budget around $10,000 per year. So France is considered expensive for me. Initially, I was scared to move to France because of the money issues, but once I set out my budget, I know I could spend $1,600 a month and I can definitely live a comfortable life here.
Welcome to my new home.
As a travel blogger, there's different ways to make income. One of my main ways is through brand collaborations, and they're usually paying me through either bank transfer or my PayPal business account. If I do a brand collaboration, it could be anywhere from $300 to $2,000 depending on how much work and editing I need to do. Other streams of income are group trips where I host people, they follow the fro somewhere. So when I host these trips, I'll get commission for organizing it.
I spend about $323 on travel per month and about $150 on entertainment like parties and etc. For example, I was just in Paris this past weekend and I went to a concert. The ticket costs $55 and drinks at the bar cost around $10 for a beer. My budget?
Drinks are like over here. It's expensive.
Yeah, concert drinks are always expensive. A beer at a concert's like $12 to $15 here.
Well, except if you go to Oregon, beers are cheaper.
Okay, but that was one
festival. No, around Oregon, beers were cheaper.
I said concerts.
Oh, yeah.
Concert beers are notorious for being expensive.
Yeah, at some places here, they're almost up to $20 per beer. Yeah, it's insane.
Joking.
For eating out and groceries run about $609 per month.
Which is nice because I split my groceries with
That's
my
expensive
boyfriend,
for
so
groceries.
that probably keeps that cost a little bit lower. My phone plan, I actually still use my US number. Hey Dad, how are ya? And that's because as a travel blogger, I still am constantly traveling. Even though my home base is France, since I'm going to be in different countries throughout the year, it's much easier just to stick to my US phone plan, which I love. I use Google Fi. I highly recommend it for any digital nomads because you get unlimited internet access, unlimited data.
That's not bad.
This is an ad.
I'm renting a room with my boyfriend and we pay 700 euros, whereas in Budapest, we were only spending around 600 euros for a full apartment with no roommates in the center of the city.
Rennes is a big student city. They have 60,000 students.
I've heard Budapest is really cool too.
Yeah, I want to go.
We should definitely hit that up.
I'm down.
Here, so in September, everyone's coming in and they're all looking for apartments. So it's quite difficult to find. The way I found a place was I went on Airbnb, saw their apartment, which we are in now. And yeah, I just asked if it was okay to rent long term. So I'm uninsured right now.
I most likely will go with Safety Wing, which is a nomad insurance. And that's because I still do travel quite a bit. With Safety Wing, it's $40 per month, and it will cover me while I'm in France.
What? But like,
I am going to...
does every hospital take that? I don't know how insurance works in Europe, but here it's like if the hospital doesn't take it, you're gonna pay out of pocket.
I'm guessing. I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Apply for the long stay visa in France. With this visa, there is a financial requirement. So I need to have 65 euros per day for 365 days. There's a lot of documents I'm going to need to show, which includes scanned copies of passports, a birth certificate, statement letters for your purpose of stay, a scanned copy of a medical insurance card, accommodation, either Airbnb booked or a letter from a host where you're going to stay, 3 months of your most recent checking account, 3 months of your most recent savings account, credit card statements proving your credit limit, and the visa cost 100 euros.
Yowza.
One thing I like about Rennes is it has a smaller city feel, like I don't feel overwhelmed. So a typical day, I'll wake up, grab a tea.
I don't know how I feel about them putting like they pretty much put like her net worth on the screen right now, so that way like if people see her in France, they could like rob her.
It's her. It doesn't mean she has it on her. It's just.
But then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just
I
don't
don't
know
think anyone in France is watching this and gonna go hunt you down.
I know, I get it.
Either have breakfast in my apartment, or maybe I'll take my bike and try and do some work on my laptop in a cafe. In the afternoon, hopefully I'm doing some work. That's what I should be doing. Sending emails to clients, creating a pitch deck, working on a group trip that I have because I'm running group trips to Antarctica and Uganda. There's like a million things I always have to do, so it's figuring out what to prioritize for that day. And then by the evening, it's really important for my boyfriend and I to share a meal together. So I'm usually the one that cooks, he's usually the one that cleans. So I'll cook a meal in the evening. I studied French for 7 years growing up, but my French is minimal because I am that stereotypical American that only knows English. One of the things that I struggle the most about living in France is that French people work on their own hours. Stores are only open for like a couple hours. They could be open from 11 to 2 and then like 7 to 10. So I think I'm just trying to get used to the time schedule.
That's like all Europe, it seems like.
Standards. Now that I've been out of the US,
I think that most places in the whole world, besides US, like there's not set hours. I feel like most places it's just kind of like go with the flow of however they want to work that day.
I don't think it's most, but there's a lot of places.
Like what South America is probably like that. Europe is like that.
I know Europe is like that. But I'm sure there's parts of Europe that
are more strict.
Standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
it's probably
know.
the more tourist areas. Yeah.
For 6 years, I don't really see myself living there again, or even raising a family. I don't think I will stay in France, but you never know. I never thought I would live in France in the first place. I might end up really loving my time here. I'm open. Like, just give me a globe, I'll spin it, and I'm like, okay, I'll live there. I'm down for random adventures like that.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Well, I didn't really get a breakdown of the $50 a day thing, unless I tuned that out. I don't know.
They didn't really break it down. Well, they kind of did. They just said how much she spends per month in a way.
Yeah. Let me see the comments.
Okay, so that's like $1,600 a month.
Excuse me. Yeah, they mentioned that. What?
No, because they were saying like, oh, I don't know how they're going to be able to do that with $53 a day, and then they saw that she's not living in Paris, and they're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
that's
she's
fine.
living in a
Yeah.
Still look beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably better not to live in Paris. I mean, why
Yeah.
would you want to live in the busiest city?
I wouldn't. I don't want to live where it's more local, but I would. No offense to her, I would make more of an effort to learn the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably is now.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching, and let us know what you think.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let us know what you think, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.